The entire 2015 BNBL season came to a close last week at the BNBL Championships. This season, two different BNBL programs stood out from the rest this summer, and on the girls' side, it was the Showstoppers, a program that always seems to get at least one of its teams into the finals. The Showstoppers had teams in all three championship games last Tuesday. So let's head out to the Reggie Lewis Center. First up, it's the girls 13 and under championship. Showstoppers taking on the Alphas. First half, Showstoppers scored early and often. Madison Watford gets the putback. She puts the Showstoppers up 9-0. A couple minutes later, Ariana Vanderhoop with a beautiful feed to Amani Terry, wide open for the layup. 13-0 the lead for the Showstoppers. Midway through the half, Madison Watford going to bury a long two right there. Caps off a 17-0 run to start off the game for the Showstoppers. Alphas trying to stay close. Ty Davis going through traffic. Nice pass to Anise Williams. Santiago makes it 22-5 at the half. Second half now, it's Ariana Vanderhoop with the steal and the layup. She led all scorers with 15 as the Showstoppers went on to win 48-16. They win the girls 13 and under BNBL championship. Next up, it was the 15 and under championship. Showstoppers taking on the Lee School. First half, we're tied up at 4. Shania Tarver scores off the nice pass there with the layup from Kiara Surrett. She gives the Lee School an early lead. Ensuing possession for the Lee School, again off great passing. It's Tarver with the layup. Lee School up 8-4 early on. Fast forward now to later in the half. The Showstoppers go to work. Colby Upchurch with the steal. Gets a step back jumper to goal for the Showstoppers. They go up 9-8. Then later on, it's Upchurch. Again with another steal. This time, she's going to take it the distance all the way for the layup. 10-0 run late in the first half for the Showstoppers. They lead 14-11 at the break. Second half now, Showstoppers keep it coming. Burns up to Amani Boston for the layup. Showstoppers up by 10. Second half, 2 minutes left, 10-point game. Shania Tarver with the steal and layup here for the Lee School, but it's not enough as the Showstoppers go on to win 27-19 in the girls 15 and under championship game. Let's fast forward to the girls 18 and under championship game. Showstoppers taking on the City team. First half, Deja Jenkins. She's going to connect from long distance right here. 7-0 run for the Showstoppers. And a couple of minutes later, it's Nay Lassiter finding Allison Reed for the score. Showstoppers go up 11-0. Under a minute left to go in the first half. Arian Savant Howard scores on the drive here for the City team, but the Showstoppers led 24-9 at the half. Second half now, Yeleska Ramirez out on the break. She scores the layup. 19-point lead for the Showstoppers. Then later on, it's Nay Lassiter. Wide open three, top of the key. Showstoppers go on to win 38-15. They get a clean sweep of all three girls BNBL championship games. Very impressive night for the Showstoppers program, capturing all three girls' titles this season. Meanwhile, on the boys' side of the ball, it was the Lee School turning heads as they had a team in all three of the boys' championship games on Wednesday. But unlike the girls' games, the boys' games were much closer. Let's head back out to the Reggie Lewis Center. First up, it's the boys' 13 and under BNBL championship game. Lee School versus the Titans. Jose Roseborough with the banker for the Lee School. He puts them up 7-4 early on. 2:30 left to go in the half. Terrence Clark with the putback right there for the Titans. They regain the lead. Then just before halftime, we're tied up at 17. Devontae Sweatman laying it down beautifully to Rakeem Butler as the Titans lead 19-7 at the break. Fast forward now to the second half. Lee School goes to work. Desante Bowen steal and layup. He ties it up at 20. And with 3:30 left to go in the ballgame, Lee School up by 2. Roldis De La Cruz on the very next play is going to get the ball in the corner and knock down a beautiful three right here for the Lee School. As they go on to win 40-30 over the Titans, they win the boys 13 and under championship game. Next up, it's the boys 15 and under championship game. Lee School taking on the Doe All-Stars. 9 minutes left in the first half. Lee School up by 5. Edwin Iza Dumwin knocks down the three there from deep. Lee School leads by 8. Later on, Jeremiah King on the break knocks down the jumper from the top of the key. Three-point lead for the Showstoppers. End of the half now. Lee School up by 5. Reggie Petaway Foster with the acrobatic shot as the Lee School goes into the break up 23-16. Second half now, Lee School keeps it rolling. Gerard Clark with the soft hands inside, 11-point lead for the Lee School. Later on in the second half, it's Isaiah Cashwell with the steal and basket for the Doe All-Stars, brings them within 8. But with 1.5 minutes left to go in the ballgame, Monte Campbell, beautiful look to Petaway Foster inside for the layup as the Lee School wins the 15 and under BNBL championship 41-35. And finally, to finish off the season, it's the boys 18 and under BNBL championship. Lee School taking on the Roxbury All-Stars. First half, Charlie Mitchell jumps it down inside to Devin Curtis for the layup. Roxbury Huskies up 13-8. Huskies up by 1 now. Eula Coleman knocks down the 3 for the Lee School, gives them a 2-point lead in the first half. Ensuing Lee School possession, Coleman, this time from way downtown, rattles home the 3. Lee School up 30-29 at the half. Second half now, 2-point ball game. A.J. Reeves rocks the rim right there for the Lee School, puts them up by 4. Later in the second half, Javon Jones gonna bury a corner 3, puts the Lee School up by 7. Then under 6 minutes to go in the ball game, Ewan Coleman gonna score on the break off the window. Lee School goes on to win 58-49, and they sweep all 3 boys titles of the BNBL championship. BNBL Championship's always a lot of fun over at the Reggie Lewis Center. That is going to do it for sports this week, but believe it or not, high school football is just around the corner, so make sure you check back in with us in early September for Boston City League high school football coverage right here on Boston Neighborhood Sports.